Throughout history, countless pieces of entertainment and culture have been created, from movies and TV shows to art, literature, and music. All this once captivated people's attention, but not all of them have stood the test of time. Some have disappeared, seemingly to be lost forever, until dedicated fans and archivists spend countless hours to try to find these things again. This is Lost Media. Now, this is like a new series I'm going to start doing. I might do a whole iceberg on it at some point. But basically, this is going to include any type of lost media, from TV shows, music, places, basically anything you could think of that is lost media. So anyways, this is the first episode and we're just going to jump right on into it. Up first is Cigarettes and Valentines. Cigarettes and Valentines is an unreleased album by the pop punk band Green Day, recorded back in 2003. This was meant to be a follow-up to their 2000 album Warning. The band claims that the master recordings were actually stolen close to the conclusion of the production of it. Now, instead of re-recording the album, the band decided to just move on and make something new, resulting in American Idiot, which is basically the only Green Day song I really know. The band eventually considered this a blessing in disguise, saying that Cigarettes and Valentine wasn't maximum Green Day. Bassist Mike Dirnt admitted that backups had been made of the masters, but claimed that they just weren't the same as the originals and that they ended up basically doing nothing with them, just toss them to the side. And yeah, that album, I think there is like some songs that have been recovered by fans, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm not really a big Green Day fan. I've only heard like American Idiot, and I think that's the only song I can even name by them. So anyways, if you've heard this album or if you've heard anything about this, let me know down below. Other than that, we're moving on to the next thing. Next up is Doctor Who Lost Episodes. Several portions of the long-running British science fiction television program Doctor Who are basically no longer in existence due to the BBC. Between 1967 and 1978, the BBC routinely deleted archive programs for various practical reasons, whether that be lack of space, scarcity of materials, or a lack of rebroadcasting rights. As a result, 97 out of 253 episodes from the program's first 6 years are currently missing, primarily from seasons 3, 4, and 5, leaving 26 episodes incomplete or serials incomplete. Many more were considered lost until recovered from various sources, mostly from overseas broadcasters. Doctor Who is not unique in its losses, as many broadcasters routinely cleared their archive in this manner basically around that time. They were just deleting stuff. Until the BBC changed its archiving policy in 1978, thousands of hours of programming in all genres were deleted. Now, Doctor Who is unusual in that each of its 97 missing episodes survives in just audio form, recorded off-air by fans at their own houses. And most episodes are also represented by production stills, telesnaps, or short video clips that fans also had recorded. Furthermore, after careful restoration, all 1970s episodes are now available in full color. Efforts to locate the missing episodes have continued both by the BBC and by fans of the series. The recovered episodes have been extensively restored for release on now VHS and DVD. Surviving soundtracks have been released on cassette and compact disc. Basically, the fans went crazy for this, and many missing episodes have had their visuals reconstructed either through specific commission animations or use of surviving footage and photographs that basically these fans would put together. You gotta think of that, like imagine at home you was recording on your VHSs and you just so happened to record like a bunch of episodes that were no longer in existence, so you and a bunch of other people start sending all your stuff to probably some dude who knows how to edit, scrape all this shit together, and now you got the missing Doctor Who episodes, I guess 97 of them. That is pretty insane, and that's pretty crazy teamwork too, so shout out to them. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Up next is Me and My Friends. Me and My Friends is a live-action pilot episode taped at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. It was written and produced by Janet Burgess, and it was taped from September to November back in 1998. Shout out to the 1990s babies. The pilot was declined by Nickelodeon in favor of Dora the Explorer, but Brown Johnson insisted that she liked Janice's characters and would like to see them in basically a different form. Now, this second pilot ended up becoming successful and later became the CGI animated series The Backyardigans. Throwback, bro. Backyardigans is a crazy throwback. I don't know, cause like the Backyardigans was tough. The moose looking thing and the little penguin, fire. And then the pink dinosaur thing, I guess. I don't even know what she was. A lizard, dinosaur. I don't know. tough ass show though, especially 2004. I was like 6 or 7. Hell yeah, I was watching that shit, bro. What? Bugging. Anyways, on to the next one. Shout out to her for finally getting her show too. Up next is the Library of Alexandria. The Great Library of Alexandria in Alexandria, Egypt, was one of the largest and most significant libraries of all the ancient world, basically of all history. The library was part of the larger research institution called the Museon, which was dedicated to the Muses, the 9 goddesses of the art. The idea of a universal library in Alexandria may have been proposed by Demetrius of Phalerum, an exiled Athenian statesman living in Alexandria, to Ptolemy Soter, who may have been established plans for the library, but the library itself was probably not built until the reign of his son, Ptolemy II Philadius. The library quickly acquired many papyrus scrolls, largely due to the Ptolemaic king's aggressive and well-funded policies for procuring these basically scrolls and texts and stuff like that. It is unknown precisely how many scrolls were housed at any given time, but estimates range from around 40,000 to 400,000 at its height. Alexandria came to be regarded as the capital of knowledge and learning, in part because of the Great Library itself. Obviously, if you got a giant ass library, people are going to think your people are mad smart. The library, or part of its collection at least, was accidentally burned by Julius Caesar during his civil war in 48 BC, but it's unclear of how much of it was actually destroyed, and it seems to have either survived or have been rebuilt shortly after that. I've heard that the whole entire library has burned down. I'm pretty sure I actually covered the Great Library on maybe my Lost Places, Lost Locations iceberg. I'll try to tag it somewhere up here if I remember it. But yeah, as far as I knew, I thought the entire library had burned down, or at least 99% of everything in it. So at least that's how I heard the story. Anyways, moving on to the last part of this video for now. And last up for this video is Michael Jackson's vault. It's not going to be what you think it is. Michael Jackson's vault refers to his unreleased music, which includes demo versions and songs recorded as solo artists. Basically, he did a bunch of demos for songs that eventually would go out to other people, and it is a ginormous library. Jackson actually recorded thousands of songs during his career, but only a very small percentage of his catalog has been released to the public. In fact, there is just an entire Wikipedia page dedicated to unreleased Michael Jackson songs, and these are just the ones that people know about. This list is still ongoing, obviously. People are still finding out original demos that he had written for people. The list is big, all right? I'll try to make sure I tag that below, or I'll link that below. And yeah, I'll link any of the other things that I could find below that at least looks like it's somewhat legitimate. And yeah, if there's anything else lost media that you have an idea about or that you'd like to hear about, let me know down below. I might do an entire iceberg at some point. To be honest, a lot of them are like very short, you know what I mean? Like real short. So I don't know how much I would want to do that. Maybe I might just pick like a few really good ones out of each thing and make my own iceberg out of it. I don't know. You let me know down below what you think. And yeah, other than that, more videos soon, more clothes soon, more everything soon. And yeah, we're just gonna try to build it. And that's it. Stay safe, stay dangerous, get laid. Doses.